Today, I really want to focus on that scary, scary word, inviting. Now, I think this is one of the most crucial elements to building your business, but for new coaches, it is the scariest thing. And overcoming that fear can be so hard. And even as a veteran coach doing this for 3.5 years, I still find it a little bit scary when I click that send button or try to bring it up in conversation with people. So I want you to kind of take a step back and look at it differently. So one of the first vital behaviors of this business is invite, invite, invite. I want you to cross that out, and I want you to change it and look at it as connect, 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 because that is what this business is about, is connecting with people and connecting those people who have a need with a product that can help them reach their goals. And that is where we as coaches come in. That is what we're here for, to help people who have a struggle with weight loss and health issues and help them overcome that and lead healthier lives. So I think a lot of new coaches, when they kind of get into this business, they're excited and ready to just face the world and let everybody know this new venture they're into, and they really go for the go for no mentality. They are throwing themselves out there. They're sending those random group messages. They're posting on Facebook, I'm a new coach, I'd love to help you, here's my link. They're product vomiting onto people. They're just sharing way too much, way too early, just to a random stranger on the street. They are just talking up Beachbody for like 20 minutes, and it just is a real turnoff for people. I want you to kind of take a look at it as more as the dating scene. So in effect, is dating your customers. So imagine you were to go into a bar, and the minute you walk in, you had some random guy you've never seen before come up to you and just start jabbing away and, oh my gosh, I'd love to go on a date with you. Where do you want to go? When do you want to go? And you are just like, what in the world? You are going to turn around and you're going to run out that door. That is a huge turnoff. You're going to think that guy is absolutely nuts. Well, that's kind of the mentality some people go into this business with, is just kind of throwing it out there without building any kind of connection with people. And that's going to come off as salesy. You're going to get that ickiness feeling, and you're going to want to turn around and walk out that door. So instead of that, I want you to focus on kind of a speed dating mentality for your customers. So imagine if you went into that same bar, you sat down, and this guy comes and sits next to you and just kind of starts up a nice, friendly conversation. How are you doing? How was your day? And they're kind of sharing a little bit about their day, and you're kind of sharing a little bit about yours, and then you kind of realize you have a few things in common, so you're going to talk about that football game or that tennis match or whatever it may be, and the conversation is just going to start flowing. And then after a little bit, after you feel comfortable with this person, then they're going to say, hey, I've really enjoyed having this conversation with you. I would love to get to know you better. Would you like to go on a date, or would you like to go have drinks, or would you like to go for that cup of coffee? I'd love to spend time with you. Then you're going to be more receptive to that, aren't you? So that is the mentality and the environment we want to create as coaches. Warm and inviting, and building those connections. So instead of going for no, I want you guys to go for hello. So connect first and connect often. Really listen to what people have to say when you're, sending out those messages and forming with people, or even just talking to people when you're out and about at the school, at soccer practice, at the grocery store, wherever it may be. Just having genuine conversations with people and really listening and asking questions about them and finding out more about them. And in turn, I want you to start sharing about you as a person. But I want you to really keep the focus on them. I don't want you to be shy about your Beachbody business. I know this can be a struggle for some people. I know it was for me. Even getting myself out there on Facebook for a long time was a real struggle for me. But I kind of overcame that fear and just realized I've got to put it out there because people have to know. But I'm just going to do it in a natural way and just kind of showcase it as an everyday part of my life, just like going out to the barn is an everyday part of my life, and my day-to-day interactions with my kids is a normal part of my life. Beachbody is a normal part of my life. Give those people glimpses of awesomeness, sharing stories, sharing your story with people, sharing other people's stories, success stories on Facebook. Really just painting a picture of what you as a coach and which Beachbody is as a business. And I want you to watch for interest and permission from people. So this is kind of an important thing. So when you're building, having those conversations with people, sending those messages, before you send out any type of invite, I want you to wait until they have actually given you permission to do that. Permission you ask, well, it's simple. It's just waiting for that right moment. And it's usually pretty obvious. You may be talking about, let's say I go to pick my kids up from school and I'm having a conversation with a mom about, volunteering in the classroom or the PTA or soccer or whatever it may be. And then, we're kind of chatting a little bit more. And then she kind of says that, she's off to go to the gym. She's trying to hit the gym every day because she's got these last 20 pounds she's wanting to lose, but she's really having a hard time with it. And blah, 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 blah. That is your permission to bring it up because it's not going to be weird at that point. It's not like you're coming up to somebody and saying, hey, do you want to do T25? No. The conversation has gone in that direction. So now is an appropriate and good time to bring it up. Say, hey, I totally know how that is, but I've started doing this new program called 21 Day Fix or T25, and it's been awesome. Like, I always kind of struggled with my eating. Like, I love to eat, and I knew my nutrition was the one thing holding me back from the results I wanted. Like, I really wanted those abs, and I just never could do it, and I knew it was my nutrition. But this program really connected with me, and I was able to really stick to it, and I enjoyed it. And I was able to get those abs that I wanted. And, I'm like running this challenge group, and I've already got like 3 challenges who are down like 12 pounds. Like, it's amazing. You should check it out because I, honest to God, cannot say enough good things about it. That is your invite. So then she's either going to go, oh, that's great, and go in another direction, or she's going to ask more questions about it. And that's where you can get that conversation going and start, really think about inviting her to a challenge or whatever it may be. So there is your permission. That way, when you're bringing it up in conversation, it's not coming off as icky or salesy. It's just being organic and working it into an everyday conversation you're having with people. So the next thing you need to work on is making initial connections with people. Really set out each day to connect with people. And that's why the dynamic duo is so important, is it really makes you focus on adding to your contact list and really working on building those relationships with people or connecting with people. Now, however you may do it, either face-to-face conversations with people or sending out messages just to kind of see how people are doing. And something I do real fast is, someone I haven't talked to in a long time, I just send a quick message that says, hey, it's been forever. I'd love to know how you're doing, or, what's going on. Real simple. The other thing you can do is just kind of show up in people's lives. So, if you see a picture that you like their picture or comment on their picture and really start to show up in their lives. Because when you start to do that, your profile and your posts are going to start to show up in their news feeds. And so you're going to be a daily constant in their life, and they're going to see it. And without you even talking to them, they're going to kind of get to know who you are as a person. They're going to see that little Beachbody side of you, because you should be posting about Beachbody once a day, whether that be your workout or your Shakeology or something about coaching or whatever it may be. And then they're going to see the rest of your life. So they're going to be seeing those transformation stories. They're going to be seeing you doing those workouts that only took you 25 minutes. They're going to be seeing you posting healthy recipes that you're making for dinner. They're going to be seeing all that, and that's going to pique their interest. And sooner or later, when the time is right for them, they're going to be contacting you, because they know that you're the person to go to when they need that help. So when you're, making those connections and building those relationships, don't be afraid to start those conversations, but let them lead it and let them bring it up. Make it organic. Wait for that permission to talk about it and to talk about a way that you can help them. Okay, so the last thing when you're working on those invites is the closing, and that is one of the hardest things to master. It is still a big struggle of mine, and it's scary, because it's kind of easy in one way to bring up how the programs have helped you or how coaching has helped you, but it's hard to get that commitment from people, either for a challenge group or for purchasing a product, or getting them committed to wanting to be a coach. So that's where building these relationships and really connecting with people and being engaged in a conversation and asking a lot of questions to know more about them and what their struggles are and what they're looking to accomplish, and really digging into their why, that you're going to be able to kind of tie it all together. So when you're working on these, building these conversations, you really need to find what their need is. Whether that is, more of the support, whether that's more of the nutrition, whether it's the whole package, whether it's a financial need for coaching, or just somebody wanting to have that connection and camaraderie with a team, whatever that may be, find that need and then find a solution to fill that need. So if you're having problems closing, then you haven't really shown the value to them that's equal to the value that you think they'll get out of it. You, as a coach, know what Beachbody has to offer. You know what it's done for you. You know what the programs have done for you and for countless other people. You know they work and you believe in them. That's why you've become a coach. You need to exude that passion and that confidence with your potential customers or your potential coaches. Because if you kind of go into that conversation wishy-washy and really lacking that confidence, they're going to pick up on that. And they're not going to want to commit because they just are going to lack that confidence as well. They're just not really seeing the value in it. But if you come into that conversation really leading with passion and telling them what you can offer them and what they can get out of it, and how it's going to make them feel, and how it's going to tap into their why, and how it can change their life, because you know it can, that's when you're going to be able to bring those people who are, oh, I'm not sure if I'm ready, to those people that are, I'm in, I'm ready to commit. What do I need to do? So that's why asking questions when you're having conversations and really finding out more about that person, so that when they're kind of on the fence about something, you can bring those things up and really bring in the emotional connection for them. Because when that happens, that's when they're going to see the value in it. That's when they're going to have the belief in it, because you have that belief in it. So share that with people. And if confidence is something you're struggling with, grab a personal development book about it. I will tell you, when my confidence starts to kind of just go downhill, that's when I know that I need to do more personal development. I need to be listening to those national wake-up calls. I need to be, reading some Compound Effect or The Slight Edge or whatever it may be, to really boost my confidence. Because I know when I have that daily in my life, I have that mentality that I'm going out there and I can conquer the world. And I don't care what people say. I'm treating this business like it's $1 million business, because I know in 10 years I can get there. It may not be next year, but I know if I keep digging in little by little, I can get there. So those few no's and objections I'm getting aren't going to matter to me, because I know that I can help them, and it's just a matter of time and figuring out for them when they are ready to commit. And when they are, I'm going to be there for them. So that's what I want you guys to take away from that. I want you to cross out the invite, and I want you to focus on connect. And I want you to really dig in with these conversations with people and really find out who they are and what makes them tick. Because when you find that out, you are really able to connect with them. You're going to have that trust with them. And you're ultimately going to have a successful challenger, because they believe in you, you believe in them, and you guys believe in the products and this coaching opportunity. So don't be afraid to share that passion with people, because that's what they need. All right, I hope you guys had some great takeaways from this. And if you guys have any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask.